Skoda has spent 2 years telling everyone the Epiq would change the math on affordable electric cars, and this week, sitting in front of the production version for the first time, it is clear they were not exaggerating. Starting from around €25,900, which converts to roughly $30,000, the Epiq is the first Skoda to achieve genuine price parity with its own combustion engine equivalent. That alone repositions the conversation for every small electric crossover currently on sale in Europe. The design confirms what the concept promised. Skoda's modern solid language makes its full production debut here, and the result is a car that looks more confident than anything else in the compact electric segment. The front end is defined by a glossy black tech deck face where a traditional grille would normally sit, flanked by slim T-shaped LED headlights that will carry over to future Skoda SUVs. It is a clean and deliberate look. Down the side, the tornado line separates the glassy upper cabin from the chunky lower body. An unpainted black plastic cladding on the lower doors gives the Epiq a rugged crossover stance. The rear picks up that same T-shaped lighting signature across the tailgate. At just over 16 feet long, it manages to feel planted and purposeful without looking oversized for city streets. Aerodynamics played a role too, with a drag coefficient of 0.275, which helps squeeze more miles out of every charge. Inside, the Epiq does what Skoda does best, which is make a small car feel bigger than it has any right to. The dashboard is built around a 13-inch Android-based infotainment touchscreen that dominates the center stack, flanked by a compact 5.3-inch digital instrument cluster. The layout is simple and uncluttered, with physical buttons and scroll wheels kept where they matter most, which is a detail that separates this car from some of its touchscreen-obsessed rivals on the same platform. 3 interior themes are available, called Studio, Loft, and Tectona, and all of them use recycled and animal-free materials throughout. The cabin incorporates more than 75 pounds of recycled content, which is a number Skoda is clearly proud of. The front seats offer more room than the dimensions suggest. Headroom is generous, and the driving position sits slightly higher than a traditional hatchback, which gives that crossover perspective without climbing into a full-size SUV. In the back, the 2,601mm wheelbase, just over 102 inches, translates into genuinely usable rear legroom for 2 adults. It is not limousine space, but for a car this size, it is more than competitive. If comparisons like this help you decide, subscribe so you catch the next one. The boot is where the Epiq lands one of its strongest punches. 475 liters of cargo space behind the rear seats, which works out to 16.8 cubic feet. That is larger than the Skoda Elroq, larger than a Volkswagen Golf, and significantly larger than the Citroën EC3 at just under 11 cubic feet. Fold the rear seats, and it opens up to 1,340 liters, roughly 47.5 cubic feet. Under the front hood, a 25-liter frunk, just under 1 cubic foot, adds covered storage for charging cables or smaller items. For a car targeting city buyers, the sheer amount of usable space here is difficult to ignore. The Epiq is the first Skoda built on the Volkswagen Group's new MEB Plus platform and the first electric Skoda with front-wheel drive. 3 power variants are offered. The entry-level Epiq 35 delivers 114 horsepower and 197 pound-feet of torque from a smaller 37 kilowatt-hour lithium iron phosphate battery with a range of around 193 miles. The mid-range Epiq 40 raises output to 133 horsepower on the same battery. The range-topping Epiq 55 pairs a 52 kilowatt-hour nickel-manganese cobalt battery with 155 kilowatts, which translates to 208 horsepower and 214 pound-feet, delivering a range of approximately 273 miles on the WLTP cycle. Top speed is capped at 99 miles per hour. DC fast charging on the 55 variant handles 10 to 80% in approximately 24 minutes, which is faster than both the Renault 4 and the Citroën EC3. Home charging is handled by an 11 kilowatt AC system. Some rivals in the segment are already offering 22 kilowatt AC as standard, but the Epiq's fast DC capability and 273-mile range mean most owners will be plugging in at home overnight rather than relying on daytime top-ups, which takes the edge off the slower AC speed. The Epiq is also the first Skoda to support full one-pedal driving in B mode, where releasing the accelerator pedal smoothly decelerates the car while recovering energy back to the battery. Bidirectional charging comes standard across all variants, supporting vehicle-to-load for powering external devices, vehicle-to-home for feeding energy back to a household, and vehicle-to-grid for returning power to the electricity network. What makes the Epiq interesting is not any single number, it is how all of them fit together. 208 horsepower, 273 miles of range, 16.8 cubic feet of boot space, bidirectional charging, one-pedal driving, and a starting price that matches its own petrol sibling, all in a car that sits on the same platform as the CUPRA Raval and the Volkswagen ID Polo, but offers more cargo space than both. The CUPRA Raval starts at roughly $27,700 and delivers 277 miles of range with less boot space. The Renault 4 offers 247 miles for a similar price, but cannot match the Epiq's interior volume. Skoda has always positioned itself as the practical choice in the Volkswagen Group, and with the Epiq, that identity carries over into the electric era without any compromise on technology or design. Whether it delivers on the efficiency numbers in the real world is the one question that still needs answering, but on paper, this is one of the strongest value propositions in the entire small electric vehicle segment right now. It is not trying to be the most exciting car in the class. It is trying to be the smartest, and that might be exactly what this market needs. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.